What's going on, everybody? It's the Jack here once again with another Waveiture 101 video for you guys. Yeah, that's right, Professor Waveiture is back at it again with another Waveiture 101 video for you guys on this wonderful Wavy Wednesday. Before we hop actually into the video and I teach you guys the brush angles that I use and the brush angles that you can use for, 360 swirl waivers and for 540 waivers. I just want to, apologize for the late release of the video. I really love doing midnight releases so you guys can have the entire day to watch the video. No matter what you guys have on your schedule, you will be able to, find like a good time to watch the video, because you will literally have from about 12 a.m. Eastern time to whenever your day concludes. But needless to say, on Monday I had broke my phone, and I record and do everything off my phone. So, from me breaking my phone, I had to use my old phone, and I didn't want to dial back on the quality, of the actual video, as far as like the pixels and resolution of the actual camera. So I had to wait for my phone to come in yesterday, and when it came in yesterday, I had to set the phone up, and there was just a lot of stuff that was going on. You feel me? So I just didn't have time to really put in some, a quality video for you guys to make sure that I can make sure that I'm not just rushing any videos to you or just throwing out anything or putting out, a video that doesn't have the same quality as the previous ones. I feel like you should always either keep the same quality or enhance. You should never digress. So that's the reason why this video is coming out late. However, it's still coming out, which is going to be good for you guys, especially for you guys who have similar patterns as me. This video is going to really help you guys out because I'm going to actually break down each angle from each side. Then I'm going to go in and just conduct a regular brush session at the end of the video. It's not gonna be like a full brush session. It's gonna be condensed, so it's not gonna be the whole thing. I'm gonna just show you some clips of me brushing each side. Then you could use that, excuse me, to kind of help with your waves and your wave progress and all that good stuff. Okay. So with that being said, keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell, because I'm close to 2,000. Last time I checked out, it's underneath 20 subscribers needed to hit 2,000. So make sure you guys are not just subscribed to the channel, but hitting that notifications bell, because I will be conducting a major giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, and you don't want to miss out on that video. You don't want to miss out on the chance or the opportunity to win what I plan on giving away. Okay, so with that being said, wait, one more thing before we hop into the video. Make sure you guys go like and follow my business pages on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm gonna leave the links to those videos. I mean, not the videos, the link to those pages in the description below. It's just Waveiture Essentials, both on Instagram and on Facebook. That's where I'll be conducting any and all things about Waveiture, from the Waveiture merchandise to posting like Waveiture snippets and videos and pictures and any and all things that have to do with this thing Waveiture that I have started up. So make sure you guys, if you rock with me, make sure you guys go tap in with those pages as well. All right. So now the intro's out the way and all that good stuff is said, let's dive right into me teaching you guys the proper angles for 360 swirl and 540s. I feel like the 360 swirls and 540 waves, I feel like they're practically the same. You feel me? I've had people tell me that I have 360 swirls. I have people say that I was a 540 waver. So I feel like they're pretty much the same. They're very close. The angles that you hit are very similar. I think it just really comes down to like what's the word I'm looking for? How serious that the slant is, like towards like the top or towards the back of your waves. But for the most part, they're all about the same. 360 swirl and 540s are practically the same. So it just just hit the same angles that I'm hitting, and I promise you will be good either way. I don't really dive too deep in with my crown my crown angles with this one, because of the fact that I made plenty of videos on my crown development itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put those videos, the video links in the description of this video as well, just so you guys could go and get like a deeper explanation of my crown and how I work my crown. Just so if you guys need that, and don't get it in this video, you have another video or a couple videos that you guys could go tap into. Okay, so when it comes to me doing my crown work, it's very simple. I look for like this spot, look at like my crown area, and I just brush in a circular motion going around that. So I basically kind of do like, how can I think about like little rainbow arches? Like, this is the only explanation I'm gonna give you, rainbow arches. So I kind of do like a rainbow arch right here. Boom. And do another one starting where I finished that one off, going around to the bottom. Then one from the start of this one, curling up back to the side, and connect it all in. So I'm just going in circles. That's literally all I'm doing. I just keep going in circles. And just tapping, going in a circular motion around the entire crown. And that's how I brush my crown. I literally just go in a circular direction in a clockwise formation around my crown spot. That's it. It's very simple. Then the way I brush my crown kind of leads into the way I brush the back. So let's start off by going into the back. So what you're gonna do is when you're brushing the left part of like the back, I usually take like a line and go straight down the middle. How I'm gonna brush this side of my back is literally just coming down at an angle. Now when I'm brushing this part, I like to have my actual brush diagonally. So I put it like right here. I'm not going to keep it straight and pull this way. I'm going to actually put the brush diagonally. You feel me? Then brush downwards. Just like that. Then when I brush the right side of the back, I literally just start from like the right side of the crown and kind of swoop downwards and push towards the left. So to kind of follow through, what we're going to do is we're going to move to the left side. So while I'm brushing my left side, I kind of do the same thing, the same formation that I was doing when I was brushing the back, but just bring my brush all the way to the front of my head. So I'm gonna keep the brush diagonal and just kind of pull and go into to the front. Now the points that you want to hit is you want to start off behind the ear, to the top of the ear, to the front of the ear. So behind the ear, to the top of the ear, to the front of the ear. Then from there, I pivot my brush this way. So instead of having my handle up, the handle is going to go back down. And I'm just going to follow through and brush downwards like this. Really simple. I'm starting from my crown with each brush stroke. As you guys can see, right here, I'm starting from the crown and hitting the sides. You want to make sure you start from your crown to keep the flow of your waves continuous, because if you always just brush your hair, say in segments from like your crown and your sides, and you never brush from your crown and follow through, your waves will kind of look choppy. There's going to be times where they're not going to like flow and be nice curved around your head. You're going to have some parts that's going to be almost pointed, and your flow is just not going to be good. You want to make sure you're fluently brushing your hair and brushing all the way through. You feel me? So yeah, so as I'm brushing my sides and I'm pulling from my crown, I kind of start working my way up to the top of my hair as well, pulling from my crown once again. Now when I'm on this side of my head, which is technically my left, and I'm brushing, I like going straight down. Then as I work my way through to the right side of my head, I give it a slight slant. Just like that. So let me show you guys how that looks from this angle. I basically start off at the crown and I go through. And then usually what I'll do is I'll switch hands right here. Start off at the top of my crown and just pull through at that slant. Then from going through with that slant, kind of brings me into the right side, and I'll start brushing my right side going over to the front of my ear. Just like this, going down towards, you know, kind of like hitting like my jawbone right here, kind of coming through and going all the way through with the brush. Then from there, so going back to the crown, and I brush to the top of my ear. So if you paid attention to my left side, this is gonna, to my right side, I just brushed reversed. So I basically, on my left side, I started off from the back of the ear to the top, to the front of the ear. Whereas on my right side, I'm going from the front of my ear to the top of my ear to the back of my ear. And I'm always starting from my crown, regardless of what side I'm on. Then once I hit the back of my ear, I'm right back to the actual back of my head, and I finished basically what I call a lap of my brushing, which means I literally went in a full circle around my head. You know, your angles should complement each other. Your left side should blend in nicely to your top, and alright, how can I word this? Depending on which way you brush your hair, you know, I brush my hair, you know, going in like a circular motion to follow my crown now. You know, so I start off with my with the back of my head, then go from the back. Well, technically I start off with my crown, then from my crown I go to the back. Then from the back I go to the left, then from the left I go to the top, then from the top I go to the right, then from the right I go back to the back. Then from the back I go back up to the crown. And just kind of touch it up. That's kind of how I set up my brush sessions now. So you want to make sure that your brushing is fluent. You know, you want to make sure that you're not going from side to side, top, back. You want to make sure you're hitting everything going in like a lap. You know, you don't want to start off, you know, at your right side, then from your right hit your top, then from your top go to your back, then from your back go to your left. You want to brush fluently. You want to, you know, keep that brush moving in a solid motion. Now I'm hitting the right side of the back. Going into the left side of the back now. Working my way to the actual left. Next week, look out for my 4-week wolf update, because my last haircut was 5 weeks ago. That's when I did the RG3 1.5 challenge. So, you know, I usually cut my hair at least every 2 weeks, you know, so my wolf didn't start to that 3rd week. So I'm technically on like so I cut my hair 5 weeks ago, minus 2 weeks of the actual cutting cycle. So I'm on a 3-week wolf. So I'll be doing a, you know, 4-week wolf update for you guys next Wednesday. You know, I might actually attempt to give myself a taper in the back, because my kitchen area is looking terrible, like super terrible, you know. So I'm gonna attempt to probably give myself a taper, and I'll record that, you know, for you guys, so you guys can see how I'm coming with my hair cutting ability, you know, and give you guys like some more updates on everything else around that. I think it's time for me to come out with another wash video for you guys pretty soon too. I've kind of changed up the way I wash my hair, and I feel like, granted, it takes longer for me to get my hair to lay back down properly this way. However, I feel like my hair is just has an overall better wash and better feeling after the wash. So yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Once again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell. Make sure you go tap in with my business pages via Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you keep that brush in motion. If you want the ocean, pick a goal and go get it. And mostly keep that Waveiture going, all right? The Jack is out. Peace.